When it comes to Twitter, I'll usually read a tweet, get a frown on my face, and then forget about it 2 or 3 minutes later because Twitter is just a constant stream of the dumbest shit all the time. It's just an actual cesspool of diarrhea constantly flowing through it. But occasionally there are tweets that just stick with me. And there's one that's just been living rent-free in my ass for the last 2 weeks. And I just want to talk about it today. It comes from Seth Rogen. I'm sure you already know what tweets I'm about to mention because I'm super late to this one, but I don't care. Just like puking while having a bad hangover, I've got to get it out of my system to feel better. So our story starts just like every other fairy tale, with a robbery in LA. Casey Neistat makes a tweet. So our cars got robbed this morning because Los Angeles is a crime-riddled third world shithole of a city. But tremendous appreciation and gratitude to the hardworking officers at the LAPD West LA, who not only arrested the motherfucker, but they got all our stolen goods back. That's about all there is to it. That's all she wrote right there. This fairy tale has a happy ending. Shrek gets the girl, case closed. Like, there's really not a whole lot to really dissect here, and you wouldn't expect this to be a controversial thing to say. His car got broken into, people got arrested, and they got their stuff back. I mean, that's a complete adventure right there. Like, the only people that could really be offended about a tweet like that would be the people that got arrested. Like, if they're on Twitter on their phone in jail, like, hey, fuck you, buddy. I would have got away with it, too, if it wasn't for that meddling dog. But then, out of nowhere, from the top turnbuckle, comes Seth Rogen making a surprise appearance at WrestleMania on Twitter. I guess he's like the head of tourism for LA, because he got mad that he called LA a shithole of a city. That's what he took issue with. So Seth Rogen replies, "Dude, I've lived here for over 20 years. You're nuts, haha." Actually, I'll do the Seth Rogen laugh. Yeah. It's lovely here. Don't leave anything valuable in it. It's called living in a big city. Bro, just don't get your car broken into. It's that easy. It's called living in a big city. You should expect your shit to be constantly violated because you're living in a big city. Don't leave anything valuable in your car because you're gonna lose it. Duh. Dummy, fucking idiot, this is your fault now. You're the one that is to blame for this. You don't want your valuables stolen? Don't leave them in the car in LA. LA is wonderful, but just expect all your shit to get broken into, so plan accordingly by keeping less valuable stuff in your car. Love LA, it's great. It's such a stupid thing to come in and say out of nowhere. Even Casey Neistat, who plays nice with everyone, is taken aback by it. He's like, what the fuck is this? It's so outrageously stupid. Very rarely will you see somebody defend LA like tooth and nail. Obviously, there's people that like LA, especially extremely wealthy people like Seth Rogen, who found crazy success there. But it's pretty rare that there's someone as delusionally off the mark so consistently like Seth Rogen, and this is the perfect example of it. He finds the one spot and the one opinion that almost no one agrees with. He's also just not really shy about showing that he feels superior to the average person. Like, he took personal offense that Casey Neistat said LA was a shithole, and then like shames him for being upset that his car was broken into. Bro, just get another car, get other valuable things, it's that easy. So Casey Neistat responds, "I can still be mad though, right? Feel so violated." Asking his permission to be mad, like, oh, if Seth Rogen says I can't be mad, then I guess I'm okay with it. So then Seth Rogen replies, "Yeah, oh yeah, you can be mad, but I guess I don't personally view my car as an extension of myself, and I've never really felt violated any of the 15 or so times my car was broken into." This dude is just leaving his car out like a candy bucket on Halloween, it seems. Once a guy accidentally left a cool knife in my car, so if it keeps happening, you might get a little treat. This is certainly up there with the wackiest, stupid shit I've read on Twitter from a celebrity. It's baffling that not only did his brain come up with this as a tweet, but it passed the filters that his brain has to post it. He's like, yep, this looks good. And he hit tweet, and it's still not deleted. And I'm glad it's not. I'm glad that he's just going to stick to his guns and leave this shit up. This is something that I feel is going to haunt him forever, because he is still getting clowned on to this day for this tweet. It's been 2 weeks now, and I don't think it'll stop anytime soon, because it is just that outrageously stupid. Because Seth Rogen doesn't view his car as an extension of himself, he's totally fine with people using it like a fucking fleshlight. They just treat his cars like a cum dumpster, and they dive right in, and Seth Rogen gives them a nice thumbs up, I suppose. And I'm assuming that extends to everything in Seth Rogen's life. As a lot of people have also pointed out, how does Seth Rogen feel about, like, his house? Is that an extension of himself? Because if not, why not just have a bunch of people go into your house, Seth, and take all your shit? Just let everyone have a field day. If your car's not an extension of yourself, your house, your property, it's not either, so I'm assuming he's just gonna open his doors and let people come take all of his valuable possessions and high-five them on the way out, baby. I also love how he's defending LA by mentioning his car's been broken into 15 times in the time that he's lived there. That doesn't make people excited about LA, Seth, you fucking psychopath. Not everyone can afford to replace all their valuables after their car's been broken into 15 times, you goofball. And I also love that he closes it off by saying that one of them even left a knife in his car as a little treat, a tip. To me, that sounds like either a threat or they're trying to frame you for a crime. They fucking left a tool that they used at some other crime scene in Seth's car, and these fucking idiots just manhandling it, getting his fingerprints all over it, hangs it up on his fireplace mantle. Eventually the cops find it and connect him to some unrelated crime. Seth goes to jail for life or some shit. Like, I don't know who gets excited about someone leaving a knife in their car after it just got broken into. Like, it's just, the delusion here is unbelievable. So the conversation starts to fizzle out here, but it continues. Casey Neistat says, I didn't get any treats, he just took the decorations for my daughter's 7th birthday party and left bloody handprints. Yeah, obviously he's not going to get any treats. It's not like the Tooth Fairy broke into his car and left him some money for what they took. Like, it was a robbery. I don't know how Seth can possibly justify it by saying just let your car keep getting stolen and eventually you'll get a knife. Like, it's fucking silly. And then he says, serious question, how did you get your car broken into 15 times? Which is a great question, because you really have to go out of your way to get it broken into that many times, I feel. Seth says, I lived in West Hollywood for 20 years and parked on the street. Also, it sucks your shit was stolen, but LA is not some shithole city. As far as big cities go, it has a lot going for it. Yeah, especially if you're a burglar who knows what kind of car Seth Rogen drives, because apparently you can just go in there and take all that shit with no consequence, because Seth doesn't give a fuck. His car's getting broken into almost once a year at this rate. This is where the interaction stops, and you just have to wonder, what was Seth Rogen thinking? Like, who did he think this appealed to besides, like, the extremely rich Hollywood elites? Like, there's no normal person that's gonna read that and be like, wow, how noble of Seth, just giving away his shit like that and accepting that beautiful knife. I don't know really what he was expecting to happen. But it got me thinking, what is the worst tweet I ever made? And I think I found it. I tweeted this back in 2019. I said, what the fuck, the chupacabra is real, he just fucked my grandpa. I don't regret posting the tweet, but I do really regret that I misspelled chupacabra. But anyway, I just wanted to talk about this because I've been thinking about it a lot recently, and yeah. That's about it. See ya. I feel like creative insults are a lost art on the internet these days. You go on Twitter, and if someone says or does some dumb shit, 9 out of 10 of the replies are just gonna be regurgitated memes and gifs you've seen a million fucking times, had your ass blasted with inside and out for months. Okay, boomer, hose mad, shit like that. Not a single creative thought going into that, but that's what insulting and roasting is kind of boiled down to. It used to be you had to have some fucking neurons fire and come up with something to say to someone if you wanted to roast or make an insult, but today you have this instant gratification slot machine where you can just choose a handful of GIFs to express your thoughts and disapproval, which I think makes it all very boring. That being said, you all as a community have not fallen for this trap, and I am so proud to say that you all have maintained the integrity of creative wordplay and insults. Now, what I mean by this, as most of you know, I have not cut my hair in almost a full year now. I started this experiment out of spite because we had some fucking professional barbers in the comments section saying I need to get it cut, and I said, no, fuck you, you can hold the dirtiest part of my asshole, so I started growing it. And I kept growing it until I actually started to like it, which is where I'm at now. But over this course of my hair growth journey, the creative insults against me have been nothing shy of spectacular, and I am very proud of some of the bangers you all have come up with. Now, none of them have been truly mean-spirited, which I appreciate and I find very sweet. It's all just been good fun, but they have been so creative, in fact, that the subreddit called Rare Insults, which is a community dedicated to preserving the last remnants of good creative insults on the internet, has been inundated with screenshots from the comments section over here of your roasts of me. Now, I don't want this video to encourage the comments section to devolve into this cesspool of people making some very half-assed and pitiful attempts to get on the Rare Insults page. I don't want to open that Pandora's box of turning this into some type of shitty competition where everyone tries to make like the same goddamn jokes or something to get on there. I just want to highlight some of the good ones that have come out over the last year or so in the comments section. Now this one's actually the top post as of this moment. This is from the newest video. Charlie looks like he just got out of the shower and simultaneously hasn't showered in weeks. Now, to be fair, this super sleuth is onto something. When I recorded this video, I did just get out of the shower, and my hair was quite greasy that day. I had worked out twice that day, and I was feeling a little stinkiness in me. So yeah, my hair does look a little bit like a badly drawn anime character here. It looks very wet, very damp. It's like Schrodinger's wet hair. I get it. No, I totally understand. I do get it. It's a decent one. That hair can protect you in a motorcycle accident. He's not wrong. I don't even remember my hair at this stage of growth. Maybe I'm trying to block it out of my memory because this looks atrocious. But that's the price you pay when you grow your hair out from being very short to being very long. You go through this awkward stage like I had here where I looked like a side character in a Pixar animation. You look like if John Wick was a gay fitness instructor from the 1970s. Now, I have to be honest, I think the John Wick and Keanu comparison stuff is getting a little bit stale. It's just been used so many times that there's not a whole lot of wiggle room left for creativity. That being said, at the time that this was posted, it was pretty fucking fresh. As was this one, which was featured in PewDiePie's video. Critical looks like if John Wick gave up after they killed his dog and started a keto diet. This one's actually from Instagram, which is surprising. You look like a 17-year-old kid who went to get weed and remembered it was Father's Day, so you grabbed the closest thing you could find. Now, while I appreciate the creativity on display here, I mean, come on, don't insult the gift. That is a fantastic gift, suitable for all fathers of all sizes. That's a koozie that says world's greatest dad. Like, come on, that's a great fucking gift. And my dad likes koozies. He's not exactly what you'd consider a collector or anything, but that's a quality koozie. I was pretty proud of that gift. Especially considering the normal gift you give someone is money, so that way they can buy what they want instead of what you think they want, which is just far more efficient. I thought it was a much more personal gift this time, though. Charlie is starting to look like someone tried to draw Keanu Reeves from memory. Yes, I know it says sometime, but I'm pretty sure they meant someone, and it sounds a lot better with someone there. I think that's pretty much the best Keanu Reeves comparison, creative, rare insult there is. I really liked this one. I thought that one was extremely clever and very cute. Charlie's starting to look like the mop I threw away 20 years ago. And this still image that they have from the video here is not doing me any favors. I look like Billy the Exterminator's more emo cousin. There's no worse feeling than when you engage in an internet argument with some anonymous asshole, and then it turns out that that asshole is extremely talented. Today I have a very sad story to share with you where the villain gets the last laugh. Real life isn't like anime, where the good guys always win. Sometimes the bully comes and puts your head in the toilet and flushes. So it all starts with this video. A YouTuber posts their best performance of an impossible piece of music called Rush E. Now, obviously, I'm a fucking Neanderthal when it comes to piano. I don't know anything about any major pieces except from, like, your big ones like Mozart and Bach. So I had never heard of Rush E before, so I did a little research. Rush E was actually a song created as a meme that is quite literally impossible for any human being to play. And I don't mean that as like it's extremely difficult, I mean it is genuinely impossible. You would need 15 fucking arms, and even then you would struggle. Let me go ahead and show you where it started, the genesis of Rush E. If any human being actually performed this song as written here, it would probably end the world on the spot, or bring about the heat death of the entire universe. It would signal Armageddon. It is quite literally an impossible piece of music that was made to be a joke. However, some piano players on YouTube tried their best to kind of change it around a little bit, mess with the arrangement in order to make it almost possible to play on the piano, which is the video I just showed you there. which is giving a very spirited attempt at making it happen. And I thought it was very good. Of course, I'm not a piano expert by any means, but most people that watched it also agreed that it was extremely impressive what he was able to do. And this spawned an argument in the YouTube comments. YouTube comments are the cesspool of the internet. It is absolutely fucking deplorable down there very often. But in this comment section, it was overwhelmingly positive. But just like everywhere on the internet, there has to be that douchebag that comes in and shits on everyone's fun, just ruins the entire positive atmosphere of everything. They drop their pants and goatsy themselves and just makes everyone feel worse. Their presence making everything more negative. Keep in mind, this piece is literally impossible to play. You saw it. It looked like a Toho bullet hell game. But that didn't stop some enlightened Redditor from demanding perfection. It actually comes from this comment, which is a very nice comment from a guy named Just a Guy Who Likes Hentai. He says, "How can you dislike this? I don't see anyone else actually playing this." You know, that's just a very wholesome thing. Like, you know, this is so good, I can't imagine someone not liking it. It's just being nice, you know? Obviously, there's going to be people that don't like it, but it's just a very encouraging comment. But it summoned a demon. A piano-playing demon named Fanshin. Fanshin replies to that comment saying, "Probably because it was mediocre, no offense." Yeah, no offense, buddy, but you just fucking suck and you should be embarrassed that you posted this video. It actually made me physically ill. I puked and was so offended by your awful mediocre playing that I broke up with my own girlfriend in protest. This isn't constructive criticism. I saw a lot of people defending this saying he was just offering criticism or answering the question. No, he's just being an asshole. There's nothing constructive about this. You just saying that it's not good without saying like where they could improve isn't really constructive criticism. It's just you being a douchebag. And obviously he wasn't genuinely answering the question in the comments of how can anyone dislike this, because it wasn't a real question. It was just an encouraging statement. It's like when you get told a story like, "Can you believe my parents got divorced?" And then your friend responds with, "Yeah, I can, because your parents are fucking selfish sluts." It's like, well, I wasn't actually asking you if you can believe it, you know? It's not like a real question. It was just a supportive comment. So there's really no justifying being a douchebag here other than just being a dick. So then the guy responds saying, "Was it? I'd like to see you try. So come on, give us an awe-inspiring performance." Spoiler alert, he would soon regret issuing this challenge. Fanshin responds, "Oh boy, you will embarrass yourself. I'll show you what a good performance of this piece sounds like." To which the hentai fan says, "Then do it, stop talking, and do it." Now, 10 times out of 10 on the internet, when some anonymous asshole makes statements like this, you don't expect them to follow through on it, and even less often you will expect them to be good at anything. But this is the exception. This is the anomaly. This is probably the first time in history someone has actually followed through on a statement like this and actually been good at it. Fanshin responds saying, "Maybe you can pay me, then I'll be motivated, LMFAO. He's pretty arrogant and pompous," to which Hentai responds, "So being known as a jealous, contrarian liar until you post your own rendition isn't a good enough motivation for you? Sorry, but that's all you're gonna get." And then Fanshin again, he's twirling that cartoonishly evil mustache and says, "Haha, sure, why not? Fun summer project. Maybe I'll get more views." And then other people kind of come in here and tell him to shut up. They don't really like his negative attitude. The comment section starts to gain a little bit of infamy, so more people come in with the popcorn to watch from the sidelines. You can see the war has erupted. Now we're watching the commenters fight. Another challenge was issued saying upload something by Scott, that guy, other than MLR or Entertainer. Again, I'm not familiar with piano pieces, so I don't even know what that challenge is. I'm assuming it's difficult. And then eventually Fanshin comes back and says, "Wouldn't have the confidence to upload a performance that I'm not pleased with, but yes, props to the guy for attempting it. It's just this could have been played with much more accuracy had he spent more time polishing, which is something I will show. It's pretty much learned a tempo, but I'm striving for consistency and clarity." So he finally gives like almost a constructive criticism there. And then he gives his rendition of this piece. And unfortunately, it fucking slaps. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if the hentai guy deleted his channel after that. I mean, it's unlucky that the guy that he was arguing with was the only person on the internet who happens to talk shit anonymously and be able to back it up with real talent. You really hate to see that. You hate to see an anonymous internet asshole turn out to be really good at something. That's a horrible feeling. I know when he watched this video, like when he dropped the video, he was probably still so confident, like, yeah, this is gonna fucking blow. And then he started listening, and as his erection grew, he felt more and more shame. Hentai guy was just sitting there stewing in anger, like, fuck, he's actually good. Damn you, curses! Because, I mean, that's how I felt, and I wasn't even involved in the argument. But I think this also illustrates an extremely important point. No matter how talented you are, it can be overshadowed by a shitty attitude. A lot of the comments here, and even in the Reddit thread, were just kind of saying the same meme of pretty mediocre, no offense. Like, not even respecting his very clear talent, because they don't like him. If you're insufferable and unlikable, people aren't going to respect your skill. And I think that's... Now, granted, it's not everyone, because the video is still overwhelmingly liked, but it could have been a truly positive experience had he just gone about it in a much better way. Like, you know, this wasn't the best rendition of the song, but I do appreciate the effort that went into it, and in fact, it inspired me to want to learn it myself. And then he drops this video, and then, you know, that's a lot better, I think, and you'd have more people on your side, as opposed to just people brushing off your extreme level of talent here because you were an asshole in the comments to someone that was just proud of their own rendition of the piece. Like, his arrangement of this is like a custom arrangement, obviously, because you can't play it as written. His arrangement is extremely solid, and his performance is unreal. Like, absolutely unreal. And to have that just thrown to the side because he was super unlikable is a real shame, I think. So, I mean, this was a pretty wild experience because I've never seen this before. Like I said, 10 times out of 10, when you're arguing with someone on the internet anonymously, that person behind the keyboard's usually a coward that doesn't really have a lot going for them. But in this really rare instance, that anonymous guy was a fucking piano prodigy. So yeah, I just wanted to share this with you all. That's about it. See ya. Yahoo Answers is a name that'll put a smile on the face of anyone who's been on the internet for a long time. Yahoo Answers is said to have existed before the internet was even created. Shit, some speculate Yahoo Answers existed before the fucking Big Bang. Just to bring you up to speed on the lore, in case you don't know, it was a site that was used for people to ask questions and have the questions answered by members of the Yahoo community. I know hearing Yahoo and community in the same sentence is shocking because that kind of thing doesn't fucking exist anymore. I can't believe the website is still even up. But for a while, it was a very, very popular site, one of the most popular on the internet. So by having a forums where people could ask questions and have them answered, it was really popular. But it was also the most inefficient place to get answers ever. You would get nothing but the worst answers from the most unqualified people to answer your problems. It was the most unhelpful website ever created. I know these days Reddit has the reputation for giving shit advice on the internet, but it will never be as bad as Yahoo Answers was in that department. There was a time not too long ago where any question you typed into Google would bring up Yahoo Answers first, and you just roll your eyes and puke because the answers you would get were so remarkably awful that it just ruined your day. It's as if the only people who ever answered questions on that site were on the verge of an overdose, like they just popped 50 Xanax, cracked their knuckles, alright, time to help somebody out, go on there and just slam their fucking head on the keyboard, passing out, and then that'd be their response to the question. I've made videos going through Yahoo Answers shit before, as well as other viral videos that popped off covering these questions, such as like, how is Perginant formed in Curse of the Weggy board, which was people misspelling Ouija and misspelling pregnant. It's just like this horrible, not just misspelling those words, but the questions were some of the dumbest shit of all time. So the website's always been well known, and unfortunately on May 4th, they're shutting the site down for good. They're pulling the plug on it. They're taking it behind the barn and putting it down. And it's really fucking sad to see it go. It's been a staple on the internet for a long time. Even before I started making videos, I would go on Yahoo Answers, like on the school computer, and just read some of the goofy shit and giggle with my friends. It's always been a website that's been near and dear to my boners. Like, it's sad. Where are the people going to go to get answers to the important questions such as, I made Jesus-shaped pancakes and burnt them. Am I going to hell? The answer is obviously yes. This man has been condemned to hell for an eternal damnation. But this is a question he can't ask anywhere else. If he asks this on Reddit, he's just going to be hit by wubba lubba dub dubs. Like, this is the only place that this troubled young man can get an answer to this question and have that peace of mind to know that, yes, he's going straight to hell. It's just a shame because there are still people that use this site. In fact, I was on it just a moment ago and people are still asking some brain busters and asking some really important questions to help better their life. Is it okay to date a woman with a high IQ, 120 plus, if my IQ is around 80? The answer is no. You're too stupid for her. You're a fucking idiot compared to her and you should not even be near her. You shouldn't even look at her, in fact. You probably make her sick. Your IQ is too low. How do I get rich? The answer: find something you are good at. Get the education/training necessary to perfect your skills. Work at it 60 to 80 hours a week for decades and you will be rich. Everything in life has some sort of price tag. If you're willing to pay that price, you get the reward, whether it is money or love. Classic Yahoo answers with the absolute dog shit advice. You want to get rich? You start selling pictures of your feet on OnlyFans. How do you promote your OnlyFans feety pics? You post about it on Twitter. And how do you get traction on your Twitter? You try and capitalize on some outrage that's going on. It's a foolproof strategy to put money in your pocket. Today I got rejected 11 times at the mall. Why is this always me? Well, first of all, asking out 11 different people in a single mall outing, you're doing everything right. So it's not you, it's them. Clearly, society has trained the people that you're trying to ask out to not like a nice guy. So my advice to you would be, A, pump up those numbers. Asking out only 11 people, it's not enough. You're going to need to at least double, maybe even triple that in order to increase your chances. And you're going to want to change your entire persona. Stop being such a nice guy. Start smoking cigarettes, wear a leather jacket, maybe some studded boots and a studded belt and bracelets, and you should be good to go. After that, I think you're going to be finding a lot of success. You see, the more I go on the site today, the more I realize just how important this site is to people. There's people that need these answers. And goddammit, where are they going to find them once it goes down for good? I understand there's plenty of other places to get it, but nothing is reliable as Yahoo Answers. I mean, that's where you get the truth of things, you know? So it's fucking sad to see the site go. I'm probably going to be on there quite a bit, just trying to collect as many good questions as I can and just stockpile them somewhere so that way they're never lost to time. Yahoo Answers was truly something special, and it always will be. So yeah, I just wanted to just give a nice little goodbye to Yahoo Answers today, and thank you for your time on the internet. Thank you, Yahoo Answers, for everything you've given us. And that's about it. See ya. Hi, I'm Charlie, better known by my alias Genghis Swan, world-renowned author and poet. Today I'm going undercover to answer your questions. It's actually me. Reddit.com. Fuck. I hate this goddamn elementary school thinking exercise. I don't want to be a part of this corrupt system, a slave to the neural network here training the AI. But I have no choice. Quoara. I always hated this website because it used to give me the wrong answers to my homework when I was in college, but here I am to answer questions on Avatar: The Legend of Korra. Genghis Khan. Who's that imposter? I don't know if he's gay. Facebook. Twitter. All I Want for Christmas is the Man Who Forgot How to Poop by world-renowned author and poet Genghis Swan. Good taste. Boy oh boy, this was a lot of fun. This is Genghis Swan and this is actually me. What's up everybody, it's Critical, professional reptile psychologist, and it's time I take my expertise right back to Yahoo Answers and see how many people I can help out here today. Alright, so my original intention was to go to the beauty and style section and help out in that aspect, however, going there is nothing but people posting pictures of their titties, pussies, and wieners and asking us to rate them, so I'm just going to explore a lot of different categories this time around. Do you have big, beautiful T-ides? I don't know if he's referring to some type of ancient philosopher in this question, T-ides, or if he's just asking if I have big breasts. Would it be easier to walk on one leg or 3 legs? I'm sick of having 2 legs and was wondering if I should get rid of a leg or add a leg to my body. I didn't know Mr. Potato Head posted on the Yahoo Answers forum here. Man could just fucking snap off a leg or put one on. Honestly, I think it'd probably be easier with 3 legs. I don't know, you'd look like some type of weird spore creation, but it probably would be easier. Can I shove a football into my butt? You can shove anything into your butt, as long as you're committed to the art. I don't know if you've been practicing any anus stretching activities, but I'd recommend working your way up to the football. Start with something small like a strawberry, and then gradually increase on the scale, go up to pineapples, and then dabble in footballs and other types of large objects. Now this question's pretty innocent enough. I've asked this question a lot. I used to talk to my parents about this one. But for some reason, one Yahoo Answers poster, this was a straw that broke the camel's back here. They just fucking exploded. Fuck you, Yahoo Answers. I hope you puke your stomach inside out and die from choking on this piece of shit site. This must have brought up some bad memories for this person. They came on here for some real questions where they could offer some real knowledge and help real people, not come on here and talk about footballs and assholes. Did Jesus ever suck dick for meth or food stamps? Really asking the hard-hitting questions here. It's never really been directly addressed in any of the testaments, so I guess it's open for interpretation. I don't think he'd suck dick for meth, though. It was simpler times back then. Meth was plentiful. They grew it on their farms, and they had it in their classrooms. If you wanted meth, you could simply ask for it. There'd be no need to suck some penis for it. But then again, I'm not a religious expert here, so maybe he did. Maybe he was just like people today, who start sucking dick for meth or food stamps, but then they keep sucking dick just for the love of the sport. My husband keeps buying porn. He spends hundreds of dollars on porn, and this has been going on for 6 months now. He promised to not purchase any more porn, and yet I still found receipts from an online store in our bank statement. How should I approach this? We'll start with the easiest thing here. Call him stupid for paying for porn. Are you dating a fucking Neanderthal? Who's paying for porn these days? Dump this homunculus, you kidding me? Goodness gracious, did I time travel back to 2003? Paying for porn, you got me fucked up. Now you need to understand that some people are addicted to different things. Some people addicted to porn, some people addicted to the makeup they put on the animal actors in Hollywood movies. Your best bet in putting the kibosh on this is just to sit him down and laugh in his face for paying for it. Semen Live? I love the title of this question. It's like some type of webcam service or maybe a spin-off of Xbox Live since that's starting to go under. Ah yes, only available on Semen Live, the new Call of Duty. If I put fresh NRE semen, which is alive, came straight from my penis, and put it in the fridge, not freezer, how long would the sperm live? I'm not and never going to do that. I just want to know how long they live. Thanks. Yeah, I'm sure you're never going to do that. Just like I never did it. Truthfully, I don't know how long they'll live. It's not like it's a food you'd buy at a grocery store with a Best Buy date. I guess you just have to eyeball it and see. I think I've given enough helpful advice on here today. This is Professional Motorcycle Masseuse Critical checking out. That's it. See ya. What's up everybody, it's Critical, and it's that time again. That special time where Glory Hole Operator Charlie hits Yahoo Answers again and tries to help people out. This time I'm going to the family and relationship section to see what helpful advice I can offer. How to get better at sucking dick. I'll just go ahead and leave my phone number in the comments on this one. How to help my wife stop choking on my cock when she performs oral. It sounds like she needs a smaller cock to suck on, so I'll go ahead and leave my phone number on the comments of this one as well. Should I have sex with all of my 20-year-old daughter's friends? I like how it's not should I have sex with some of my daughter's friends. This man is so confident in himself that he can fuck all 20 of his daughter's friends. You know what? If you're that confident, go for it, buddy. That's up to you. I don't think your daughter's gonna be too pleased, but imagine the comebacks you would have if you ever argued with her. You would be unbeatable because you'd always have that trump card. Oh yeah, Susan, huh? I'm a washed up has-been. I fucked all of your friends. Did you forget that? Every single one of them. Do you think one of these boobs would be too big for your palm? Well, I can't say for sure since no pictures are provided, so I'll just give you the dimensions of my palm. It's about the size of 2 chicken tenders touching end to end. So you do the math. Put chicken tenders on your tit and see if it would fit. I can't really say for sure. I'm still a virgin. I have high standards. Sorry. No need to be sorry. I forgive you. It's okay. Is it wrong to watch incest porn? I don't really need to read any more of what you've said here. However, just know a wise man once said, it's not incest porn if the sound's off. Then it's just porn. Poll. Did you know I banged your mom right up her black arsehole? Yeah, you and everyone else on Xbox Live, buddy. Take a number, get in line. Is it okay to shave your 15-year-old child's genitals? Shit, that's a lot of reading there. I don't really feel like reading your whole story there, so I'm just going to answer this question at face value. No, there's nothing wrong with that. My father used to shave me up until I was 18. I remember those days. Those were the good days. We would put on our football helmets, and then I'd bend over in the bathroom like I was the center, and he was the quarterback, and I'd hike up the razor between my legs, and then just display my chocolate starfish. And then he'd just shave my asshole really nicely. And then I'd stand up, he'd spank me on the ass, say, "Good game," and then we'd headbutt each other with our football helmets on. Is it bad to make myself throw up so I won't have to hang out with my friends? I made myself throw up so I would have an excuse to not hang out with my friends so I can just play video games. Is this a really weird, bad thing to do? Am I antisocial? No, you're just fucking stupid. Why would you even bother making yourself throw up? Just say, "Hey, I threw up." Are they gonna dispute you? Did you send a picture of your vomit or something? Why did you have to go through the steps? You're a real fucking method actor, kid. Come on, be smarter than that. I choked on my boyfriend's when I was giving him head. He didn't warn me, and he was laughing, saying sorry his balls were full. Was he right? Well, this really isn't a matter of right or wrong. You gotta learn to swallow it. Spitters are quitters. Swallow that shit. Come on. Take one for the team. Whether or not his balls were full, that can be up to the scientific professionals to decide. How to surprise my husband. My husband and I have been married going on 8 years. We have 4 amazing children and a wonderful relationship. We also have a phenomenal sex life, hence the 4 kids. Ugh. World's already overpopulated as it is. Stop having so many fucking children. This being said, we have been together 8 years, so I'm pretty much out of tricks and surprises in the bedroom. We are going to have some us time tonight, and I'd love to blow him away. Pun intended. Any kinky, fun tips, preferably from men, but if any women know of something that their man loved, I'll take all the advice I can get. Thanks. Well, I think the best thing you can do here is redecorate the whole house in an anime-style fashion. I'm talking posters on the wall, a bunch of manga, you know, some DVD box sets of some very popular animes. And then when he gets home and he's pretty excited about what he sees, he loves the redecorating, that's when you come out of the bedroom in a full My Valentine from Yu-Gi-Oh cosplay, and you challenge him to a duel in the bedroom, and then you play Yu-Gi-Oh for a little while. He'll certainly see none of it coming, so I'm sure he'll enjoy it as well. I ought to spice things up a bit. What's up, everybody? It's Critical. I'm feeling extremely horny, so I think I'm gonna hop on my premier source for meat-beaten materials, fanfiction.net. But this time I'm gonna mix it up. No more going to the mummy section and just reading the poorly written fanfiction there. This time I'm gonna go to the Yu-Gi-Oh section, but I'm gonna go to a different language and then translate it to English, because sometimes understanding what's going on just doesn't make ejaculating fun. Here we go. This looks like a winner. I have no idea what these hieroglyphics mean. All this gibberish has no meaning to me. In the spirit of Yu-Gi-Oh, it's time to decrypt this shit. Morbid night swimming. Alright, here we go. Let there be light. I can understand it now. Yugi, get off the net. It is in the spirit of true night swimming. Well, I'm not sure whether I want to see naked Kaiba. For God's sake, it's not as if I want to see your nakedness. Well, for God's sake, let's just no one took off goal. We solved the problem. But it is not in the spirit of true night swimming. I respect Tay here. She really wants to keep the spirit of true night swimming intact. She really values it. If you so desire. But I still do not want to see naked Yugija. The fuck is Yugija? Is that Yu-Gi-Oh Godzilla? So you do not have to look at me. It's not as if I will stare at your thing. Okay, but if I see you looking at me, drown you. If you have agreed, we can then finally go swimming. And then they took all nice and entered the water, where Yugi accidentally saw Kaiban thing. Oh no, he accidentally caught a glimpse of the Kaiban thing. I'll drown you, idiot. Yugi was troubled and began to swim towards Tay. You cannot escape me. I'll get you and drown you. Do not kill me. I have not seen it on purpose. It was an accident. I do not believe you, since you know you're looking at my pants. Why is he wearing pants if he's in the spirit of true night swimming? That definitely goes against those values. But you saw my... I regret it. Why? It's so beautiful. Never mind the beauty of our things. I was going to drown, and I will. Wow, that just... Come on, Kaiba, don't kill yourself like that, please. You have so much to live for, don't drown yourself. Kaiba, do not you think you are not serious? Partially. What do you mean? So nice I'll drown, or not to end. And what is it with me and talk about my life? I'm going. You're so impatient. I've never seen anyone waiting for me to kill him. Oh my god, Osiris. Pleading with the Norse gods now. Yugi hid behind T, or Kaiba decided not to stop at anything, so he decided to kill T. Hearing this, Yugi encourages and decides to drown Kaiba. Hey, wait a minute. You should kill me, but I love you. Drowning will be mutual. If we mutually drown, then there is a good chance that we both die. It would be best to reconcile and watch each other naked. Hallelujah. And so they take a bath, while Yugi Kaiba not caught staring at the thing. Why are you staring at my thing? I think you've got fleas. I do not have fleas. The ticks. Why do you have ticks? So when the other day I hunted in forest, Marika picked it up. What, are you chasing a goal? I did not. They get on my legs. What a horrid accusation. Are you chasing a goal? Oh no, I would never. I have no goals. Why did you not take ticks, and why you ever hunted? I killed them because they should go to the doctor, but it scared me. Do not ask why I should not kill myself. I'll just wait for their own waste. He killed them because they needed to go to the doctor. He really cut out the middleman there and just didn't even bother sending them to get professional help. He just fucking destroyed them. Marika I hunted because I had one stolen nerd pants while we were at the gas station by the woods, so I had to hunt through the forest 2 kilometers before we returned the pants. You stupid bastard. Yeah, you dumb bastard. How did that not make any sense? And what were you doing there? We went to Ishizu, said that's something divine? Okay, well let me get away, and ticks off your face, and everything will be fine. Yugi and that hurt? Well, of course. They continued to swim, Kaiba not looking at Yuji's ticks, Yugi thinking about their painful ticks, T thinking about Ujiha were ticks and serenity on Kaiba. After 5 minutes. Swimming, Yugi is something noticed. Kaiba, what is sticking out of your ass? Worms. Must have picked those up from the Nerd Pants gas station too, I guess. And how did you get worms? Bakura, we planted their larvae in the food. And how do you know? I do not know, but I had to say something. So he just fucking made it up? That's quite an accusation there. So what are you doing then? I have no idea. Since you do not have a clue? No. And you now know why you attacked me at all? All I do not understand how you do not know from where these living organisms in the gut. I guess they like my ass. And when did you find out about them? Before 2 minutes. What does that mean? Like before the 2-minute warning in football? What the fuck do you mean before 2 minutes? Well then, you'll go tomorrow to the doctor with Yujijim. Just so you know you're not afraid of doctors, right? Please, without insults. Again, all continued their swim until he came shark and white shark. Sea vermin. I appreciate the clarification there. I was a bit confused for once. Then the sea vermin Cabrin bit off his leg. See, Kaiba, this is your foot in his mouth. What? Oh well, Kaiba, calm down. I promise to pay you back leg. What is this great comfort? You know, I have heard losing your leg is one of the most enjoyable experiences you can go through. Then Kaiba fell unconscious. Yugi, Tay Serenity, and decided to go into search of cabin food. First, they Kaiba sent to the hospital and then on his ship went looking. Is not this fun quest for Kaiban food? Do not say that about his leg. What I will do to him if he is a disabled person. Drive him around in a wheelchair. Do not fool around with it, if you please. Hey people, I think I saw a vermin. Oh, where? Oh sorry, it was just a killer whale. No big deal. And so they drove around and around, a 2 hour before they saw the vermin which bit off Kaiban leg. And where is the foot? Obviously eaten. Let's hope it is not chewed. Oh god. Please do not chewed because it would serenity with disabilities, Kaiba. Exactly. My thoughts, you know, I agree with that too. That really hit the nail on the head. Now I get it. Then the heretic demeanor Yugi took the gig and jumped for vermin that, when he saw Yugija, began running around the water around and around. At the end of her intimidate Yugija... They just keep giving Yugi different fucking nicknames here. Prowess and froze and let him enter in the womb and pull Kaiban precious feet. So the thing ate the foot all the way to the womb, giving birth to the foot. I don't get it. Then Yugi happily returned to ship holding a Kaiban unchewed leg. This kind of reminds me of this story idea I had a while back, where there would be this woman who just kept giving birth to herself over and over again, and she just lived forever. Except it's about a foot or something. I don't really know what this is about. Thank God that is not chewed. You. Yugi, your hero. Of course I'm a hero. Who else was I saved Kaiban unchewed leg? Then they returned to the harbor where they met KC Helicopter. My favorite rapper, KC Helicopter. He's got some fucking bars. And drove them to a government hospital where she accidentally ended up miserable Kaiba. There they meet the state doctor who wanted to sew Kaiba leg. Here, state doctor, here's your foot that I took out from the bowels of those vermin and wore it proudly in the air all the way. You wore his foot, you fucking sick fuck, Ed Gein over here. Okay, thank you. You're welcome. Then state doctor went sew Kaiba leg. Do not fail him. It seems that he did not know how it works and his Kaiba leg fell off, then Kaiba returned conscious. Ah, you are good. Ah, obviously you're unfortunately not. Yugi, it's your fault. See what they did to me? Immediately leads me to my private hospital with my private doctor. Then Kaiba fell unconscious and Yugi summoned his helicopter was still on the roof of the hospital to take him to Hospital KC. All are eagerly awaiting the arrival of Kaibanog, private doctor. The fuck is Kaibanog? Oh, it's my favorite Christmas beverage. Move over, eggnog. Here comes Kaibanog. So where is that stupid Kaiban family doctor? Will, from a distance. Ah, from way downtown. Obviously, it's not good. We'll wait a little longer. 2 hours later, Kaiban private doctor. People, Kaiban is fine, leg happily sewn up. Will be able to go home in about 2 years after rehabilitation and all other crap. It may initially be grouchy because his leg was in the belly of the sea vermin. Oh, do not worry, he is always grumpy. 2 years later, Kaiban big day. After coming out of your damn private hospitals. After getting out of your damn private hospital, he. And are you happy now? What, you do not notice my strong laughing? Who would notice? You are laughing at me? What do you think? By the way, what about your worms? Shit, I forgot about them. How could you forget the worms? Hello, man, but I was busy rehabilitation. For 2 years, during rehabilitation, he didn't once think about the worms in his asshole? Come on, Kaiba. But you've been in rehab 2 years. In the name of heaven, did you not see that these worms in the ass? That's pretty much what I said, Yugi. He's echoing my thoughts. We're on the same wavelength now. I did not, and now what? Nothing. I'm just a little bit strange. 2 months later, finally they all returned to the crime scene. Kaiba no longer had worms because it is Yugi month, bothered about it, and had to Kaiba decide to solve. Oh yes, before I forget, Yugi to their ticks also solved her even 2 years ago in 1 month and 29 days. Serenity was happy because Kaiba is not invalid, so it will not have to push a wheelchair. Ateya was happy to be with Yugi Jim, and so they all stood at the scene and thought of the past 2 years, watching the sea vermin that eat other people's feet. Fuck. Now that's a classic. That should be a children's book right there. That's some solid shit right there. So who else ejaculated during that? I came on here for masturbatory purposes, and I definitely got what I came for. That was good fan fiction, easily a 10 out of 10 there. Goodreads would definitely give that a perfect score as well. Alright, well that's it. See ya. What's up everybody, it's Critical. I thought it'd be fun if I hopped on Yahoo Answers today and perused that cesspool to see if I can offer any helpful advice or answer some troubling questions some of the 9 people that still use that site have. So let's just dive right in. Pregnancy and parenting, that's my bread and butter, that's my specialty. I'm not an expert in a lot of fields, but when it comes to pregnancy and parenting, I'm a fucking connoisseur. I wrote the book on how to be a good parent and a good pregnant person. So let's see what we got here. Let's see if I can diarrhea out my cornucopia of knowledge in this subject and help some people. Also, I need to make it clear I don't have a Yahoo account because I'm not stupid. I don't want to just have all of my personal information leaked because of Yahoo. So I'm just going to answer these questions in this video and hope the people that ask the questions find this video. There we go, perfect. This seems easy enough. Don't tell anyone I cried today, okay? Okay, you got it. That'll be our little secret. What's it mean if as a man is touching your body, he is able to know that you are on your period? He didn't feel a pad, just from my legs, etc. It means you found a superhero.
Probably not one of Stan Lee's best creations. I don't really see the benefit of a superhero that could know when a girl's on her period. Not exactly something that would help fight crime. This actually sounds like some type of lame party trick a college student would use. Ah, hello ladies, gather around. I can tell which one of you is on your period and which one isn't by just grabbing your ass cheeks. Please, I have 50% accuracy with this. I'm pretty good. Have you ideas for keeping teenagers from being a nuisance on the streets? Update. Our local kids hang out near the local McDonald's, but they have been banned. They need something to do that is inexpensive, keeps them safe, and reasonably warm in the winter. What the fuck? Is he just kicking them out onto the streets or something? I'm very confused right now. They also need to want to be there, if you know what I mean. Just looking for ideas for kids who don't want to be too organized. What the fuck are you asking for advice on? What are the answers here? Don't let them drive? Is that the answer to this riddle? I don't know. I can't help you with this one. What does this have to do with pregnancy? Did you get semen shot in your mouth last night? No. Is yellow poop good to drink? Well, you see, there's always been this saying in my family when it comes to eating shit. If it's brown, go to town. If it's yellow, hold on a second, fellow. Why do cows have so many penis? Cows have 4 penis. If one of them front ones touch a back one, is cow's milk gay? You see, I don't think this question was asked in genuine curiosity, because cows have 5 penises, and at no point if those penises touch is it gay, since it's the cow's penises. If I had 2 dicks, I'd slap them together like those thunder sticks you hear at hockey games. It's not gay if it's your dicks. The sheer amount of people asking the same question here. Did I lose my virginity? Did I get her pregnant? I was moving wiener close to vagina, touched vagina, went inside a vagina fully. I came inside vagina. Did I lose virginity? Are we pregnant? Fuck. I've seen so many of these. I want some good questions, damn it. My son calls himself Jizzle. He's 22. Is this normal? Yeah, it's perfectly normal behavior. I'm 22 and I'll sometimes call myself Turbozal. Are you disqualified from a farting contest if you poop yourself? Unfortunately, I haven't really brushed up on farting contest rules in quite a while. However, I don't think that would be grounds for disqualification, more or less just a redo, perhaps a mulligan even. I assume it's just an accident that can happen in the line of duty here. Just part of playing the sport, part of the risk involved. Never know when you might gamble on the fart and lose. But, you know, I think I've helped a lot of people here today on Yahoo Answers. Hopefully these people see this video and have their questions answered. Yeah, that's it. See ya.
What's up everybody, it's Critical. I decided to go on TripAdvisor.com and look at foreign restaurant reviews and translate them into English. Let's do this shit. Eat a representative, professor of Uzbek cuisine. Damn, I've been waiting my whole life to eat a representative of Uzbekistan cuisine. Whether the power is insufficient, but was a meal in dim, we had a truly delicious professor. But it is inconvenient is a little place, because the civilians are the normal taxi. Instead, in Uzbek is good to use. That's quite a place. You're eating professors and you're using civilians as taxi, so I guess they just give each other piggyback rides from restaurant to restaurant. That's the kind of shit I can fuck with. Seen the place to make the national dish, Professor of Uzbekistan. This is a reoccurring dish throughout most of Uzbekistan restaurants, I'm noticing. That must just be extremely common, like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, except a professor that you eat. You can see where you are making the professor has lined up a big pot or some outside of the cafeteria. The taste is delicious, but is a sheep entering? That's a question I ask myself every day. Man, it's a lovely day outside, but is a sheep entering? Not good people would be better to be careful. In addition, we were able toppings such as boiled eggs in addition to professor. Since the place where locals gather, it was good to be seen every day. It is good to be seen every day. But I'll tell you, the taste is as good as a sheep entering. I'm booking my fucking flight right now. I need to try Professor of Uzbekistan. A culinary experience, writes the New York Times. We chose the 5-course dinner with drinks in Icelandic. It was super, baby. However, on the pricey side, but we found it good value for money. That certainly does sound super, baby. Both was good food atmosphere. By that, do not take reservations, and waited about 30 minutes in the full house. Very friendly, and have been cut and fill brisk 2 people of the uncle of the serving. The cuisine is the dessert was delicious. It is recommended. This reads like it was written by a fucking serial killer. Oh yeah, don't worry, I'm just gonna cut you and fill 2 other people with your entrails. And even if you say uncle, I'm not stopping.
I mean, I'm not too sure I'm sold on this atmosphere, to be honest with you. If I'm going somewhere for food and I'm ending up getting cut, I'm giving that probably a 2 stars. This one just says whale meat. Someone was very excited about that. I went in that shop where whale meat is eaten. There was a little smell. We had delicious. I'll give you that delicious. I guess this TripAdvisor member is just looking for a place to stay while giving a review of this restaurant. Ray Kabir, large in the city. The owner is very kind, and Adam. I ate like a cod dish, a little small quantities. It came out as potatoes, was delicious. Chinese world here too. The locals scoping miraculously Asians. I don't even know what to make of this one. From the sound of it, he ordered a cod dish that came out as potatoes but was still delicious. And then miraculously, Asians. Reasonable price, tasty meals. At least once during a 4-night stay in Rakhajakvik is Sepuana. Reported a decent restaurant. Restaurant Spring probable select Siropapadam Dimian. Murderous prices paid in Iceland. Well, that was a dark segue into the underground hitman ring where people are paying hitmen to murder people at restaurants. It was cooked cod and lamb cooked with red wine, especially cod dishes, was very satisfied. Open for dinner from 6 p.m., notwithstanding, gone on Monday. Unable to get a table if you do not book in advance. We recommend that you visit Hwangaheseo. Please reserve ahead of time the day before. Sounds like a quality place. Wolfgang Puck gives that one 2 ass cheeks way up. It is Iceland price, but delicious. If you hello there, of course in the fact that Iceland price will be a pretty price, but it is somehow, if only the main. Photo of salmon was delicious, but it was expensive and 3,400 ISK. Well, this confused food critic ate the fucking picture of the meal that he wanted to eat. This man just got the menu and just ate the picture of the salmon. Hats off to this guy. He saw what he wanted and didn't even wait for the actual food. He just ate the fucking picture and was satisfied. Gave it 4 stars.
What's up, everybody? It's Critical. I think I have laryngitis, or maybe I've been poisoned by Bud Light for giving away their secret ingredient, which is urine. But either way, I figured I might as well strike while the iron is hot and read a weird fan fiction story and play the part of a man going through puberty while reading it. So I chose the Jurassic Park fan fiction known as Root Her by Michael Collins. Robert Muldoon was not a man to be trifled with. For years, he had plied his trade as a big game hunter in Kenya, utilizing every scrap of his savage cunning and imposing physical frame, as well as his arsenal of highly explosive weaponry to outsmart, outmaneuver, wow, butchered that word there, holy shit, and out-explode some of the mightiest and most dangerous creatures known to man. I'm gonna skip around. I haven't read this yet, but that's a very boring start, except for out-exploding the fucking dinosaurs, whatever that means. The velociraptor had parted her jaws and looked about to strike, but suddenly she stopped as if unsure of herself. Joffrey was confused. Why hadn't this hot Cretaceous babe mauled him like the filthy descendant of a wretched shoe-like thing that he was? Why was he not being lovingly absorbed by the digestive system of this perfect, carrion-scented Aphrodite? Almost as if he dared not speculate, he glanced up at her, still expecting the final strike that would end his sexually confused mammalian existence, and saw at once that it would not come. Her eyes were still marked by a ferocious hunger, but it was not for shredded meat she seemed to savor. She clearly wanted the meat intact. Joffrey couldn't believe his luck. Slowly she backed away from him. Wow, I'm really fucking struggling on this word. Then coyly turned around so her bird-like hips were on full display, mere inches from his face. From this angle he could see her smooth, hairless slit. As he began to drool, she started to shake her hips from side to side seductively, and my laptop just got a blue screen for absolutely no reason. Wow, my laptop was so disgusted at me for reading this story, it fucking self-destructed. I'll deal with that another time. For now I have to see how this sexual, renaissance of sorts will unfold. Where was I? Hairless slit, side to side seductively, delicately spraying him with gallons upon gallons of dinosaur sexual pheromones, so she had in some gland that all velociraptors had, but that didn't get fossilized with the rest of them because it was too soft somehow. Cautiously at first, lest he somehow alarm her or turn her off, Joffrey began to lightly rub the area around her velocigina. Wow, what an incredible word. With his chin, nuzzling the rough, pebble-like folds of skin surrounding it with his tongue, the creature howled with a terrifying, primordial delight and thrust herself back against Joffrey's mouth, knocking out his front teeth and ramming his lower jaw deep inside her. Joffrey whispered seductively as he continued to work his magic on her with his mouth parts, delicately teasing her harsh, sandpaper-like clitoris as he did so. That's the exact same noise I make during sex, that girl, just at the height of my climax, just really when I'm in the zone, just really in the mood and feeling it. It's a really good strategy. I'd recommend implementing it into your coitus adventures. The velociraptor continued to bellow and howl and echo her savage, predatorial joy across the construction site as Joffrey brought her halfway to climax. With one exaggerated movement, she threw her hips violently to one side, dislodging Joffrey's lower jaw from her deep hot minge and hammering against the side of the cage. Winded, he collapsed to the floor, his face a brutal-looking mess of blood, bone, flesh, dinosaur sex pheromones, and primeval vaginal juices. The velociraptor was a merciless predator, but she was not a selfish lover. It was time to reciprocate. As Joffrey lay battered on the cage floor, barely able to move, she approached him and lightly rested her perfectly shaped foot on his crotch. Even though his dislocated muscle, she could feel the bulge. She grinned, as all velociraptors are pretty much forced to do because of their bone structure, and with one deft flick of her curved toe claw, she tore through the lining of his pants and exposed his engorged, throbbing member. Joffrey mumbled with ecstasy through his maimed features as the creature appraised him. She was mildly disappointed at the lack of insemination barbs on his manhood, but she had come too far now. Invested too much time to stop the process this close to completion. It's like some type of fucking ritual. Man, sex with dinosaurs must be some type of ceremonial adventure. Wrapping her tail around his waist, she pulled him to his feet and slammed herself against his erect cock, moaning wickedly as it pushed apart the sides of her opening and entered her. Little bubbles of pleasure formed in the red-black foam on Joffrey's mouth as she forced herself further back, taking him deep inside her. On top of the cage, I don't care about this weird man filming them. There, the velociraptor was grinding and bucking back against Joffrey with terrifying savagery now, and she could feel the warmth beginning to build up in her nether regions as his rod-hard dick slammed in and out of her orifice. Fervently, she rocked against the side of the cage, ignoring any water. This is just too hot and steamy. Fervently, she rocked against the side of the cage, ignoring Joffrey's impassioned, gurgling noises as she brought herself closer and closer to a meteoric climax. Finally, the raptor could take it no more, squealing as if she intended to drown out all the sounds that had ever been made by anything in the history of ever. She came hard and fast, her vaginal walls constricted around Joffrey like a vice, as wave after wave of putrid velociraptor love Tabasco squirted everywhere, dousing the floor and walls of the cage in a layer of horribleness half an inch thick. Joffrey screamed in agony as his frail, warm-blooded member was crushed by this merciless barrage, and tried desperately to pull it out of her, but it was too late. In a final act of climax, she spun around again, taking him with her and cracking his spine in two. Acting on pure instinct, she sank her powerful jaws into the sides of his skull and bit down hard, ripping his head clean in half and scattering flesh and blood everywhere. As her teeth entered his brain, they triggered his pleasure and pain senses, sending him at once into the most disturbingly intense agony a human being could possibly experience, and bringing him to such heights of ecstasy as humankind can only dream of. Then he died. I don't really want to continue reading because that was just so perfect. This right here is a literary magnum opus. I don't know about all of you, but I am extremely erect. I'm glad I read this. I'm gonna go not talk for the rest of the day, so that way my voice doesn't continue to sound like a 12-year-old boy just ate a cactus. So, thank you for sharing on this marvelous dinosaur sexcapade with me, and I hope all of our cum will be ever putrid, prehistoric, and savage. Alright, see ya.
What's up everybody, it's Critical. I'm playing Omegle. Let's do this shit. Now I know this is not really a game, but I made a game out of it. The objective is to be as polite as possible and still have the other person leave. We have made contact. Alright, now I want to sound nice, formal, and normal. Greetings. You see, I think that's a good way to spark a nice, sophisticated conversation with someone that you're meeting for the first time. Now let's see what this stranger is all about. Let's see what they're up to. So they're super horny and looking to be wet, needs assistance. I believe I saw an ad in the newspaper not long ago similar to what the stranger just said. Well, you have ventured into the proper territory. This is my realm of expertise. Seldomly am I not wetting myself, so I believe I can help. I believe I can be of some use. Well, hello, Jenny. My name is Torvalds. Oh, she's gonna see through that like a soiled diaper. I've gotta add some clarification. Fuck, I am really gonna need some concrete evidence to support my chosen alias. Otherwise, Jenny will know Torvalds is not my real name. Either that or she'll think I'm some type of foreign cereal. Torvalds, taste the titties with every bite. I think this might be hook, line, and sinker. She's typing. Maybe she thinks I'm Torvalds. Gabby. Another girl. So it's a threesome now. All those bumper stickers were right. Threesomes can happen anywhere at any time. Luckily, I am prepared for just such an occasion. I have strategically placed sea sponges on my body. Sometimes I'll even use sea urchin if the price is right. But the one sea critter I will never use for a threesome is a sea star. Those bitches have got the most mal-lubricated, rough underbelly in existence. And then they also have these weird ass cheeks that are extremely spiky, that jab into your skin if you try and wear them. Then their fucking exoskeleton is harder than steel, so if you try and equip the sea stars for a threesome, it'll be like sex with a garage door. Jenny is sexually deprived? Now that is just an absolute bowl of stir-fried shit. That, you see, that's just ridiculous. People just don't understand how important reproduction truly is. First I'm gonna let her know how important it is to make her aware. Once she's aware, then she'll be pulling on my pubic hair. Alright, she is typing. Jenny's probably gonna tell me something really scientific, like if you piss into a beaker of sulfur, it's gonna smell rancid. Been around 10 minutes. I don't think Jenny is typing. I think she left. Alright, fuck it. There is no way Jenny is typing something for this long. Jenny has won this round. Alright, stranger is typing. ASL. Well, fuck you, not even exchanging pleasantries? I will retain some degree of civilization. And what the fuck does ASL stand for? Asparagus? Sex? Live? If that's the case, why is it a question? Am I being asked if I want to watch asparagus have sex live?
And since when are vegetables even in the pornography industry? Age, male or female, location. Yeah, let me just go ahead giving all that information out. You want me to slide in my social security? Fucking weirdo. I mean, there's no reason for me to just go handing out my portfolio of human shit. Alright, I've got to continue to be polite though. Maintaining polite integrity is the key. Alright, there we go. Now the conversation can progress. Alright. They are not typing, so they are probably digesting the information. I won! I won a round. Alright, here we go, here we go, here we go. Horny female. Small world, I was just talking to a horny female not too long ago. You are talking to the right man. Alright, Miss Horny, it is your turn to type. I'll bet she's pressing the keys on her keyboard with her nipples because she is that horny. Hello, do you have a... fuck is that? Is that like an ancient cave painting? Or does that say Volvo, maybe? Is she asking if I drive a Volvo? I don't drive a Volvo. And, no, fuck it. I'm not even gonna apologize for not driving a Volvo. I don't want to drive a Volvo. I like my car. There. Hopefully I deciphered that fucking enigma. Alright, she's typing. Alright. Waiting for her to respond. Do you like to talk dirty? Do I like to talk dirty? Is that even a question? That's like asking a telephone if it likes ears. Let me show her just how dirty I like to talk. You are now entering the dirty zone. Fuck, I spelled separate wrong. There we go. Alright, here we go. She has just opened the Pandora's box of dirty. There it is. Is that dirty enough? Does that meet the dirty criteria? She hasn't even started typing yet. Perhaps it was too dirty. I think they bit off more than they could chew. Alright, it's been about 8 minutes and they haven't even started typing yet, so I'm going to go ahead and assume they left, which means I have won the match. Well, that's the end of this video. Remember to rate the video, comment the video, and subscribe if you want to see videos similar to this one. See ya.